What is the best way to book more sales calls for your business using LinkedIn? It is not automating connection requests, spamming DMs, or even using Sales Navigator. It is to find people that are already interested in your offer. In this video, I'm gonna show you a new way of finding them that almost no one else is using. So if you're a B2B business looking to book more sales calls in a way that none of your competitors are using, then keep watching this video as I will reveal exactly how to do it. So the typical method that you're probably using if you're prospecting on LinkedIn is to use something like LinkedIn Sales Navigator to find people who fit in your ICP. And the way you're gonna use it is to just use different filters based on demographics or firmographics of the people, so looking by job title and all that, but you don't really have a compelling reason to reach out to them besides the fact that they're working for X company at Y position. The problem if you're reaching out to them with only that kind of information is that your prospecting will always fall flat and be much more colder than if you had a relatable reason to reach out to them. But finding that reason is hard. To solve this, what we're going to do is to use the fact that they interacted or commented with a specific post on LinkedIn and use that as a reason to qualify and reach out to them. Now, of course, this isn't brand new, and if you're already prospecting like you should be, then you probably are doing it somewhat manually already by spotting people that are showing interest in what you are selling and reaching out to them manually whenever there is an opportunity for that. But the difference here is that we're going to automate part of that process by using Findymail. You just have to select a few relevant posts that you want to export, and you're going to be able to export in one click all the people that have interacted already enriched with their emails, which makes the whole process much more efficient. So let's see how to do it. So let's go on LinkedIn and do one example. So first off, you have to have the Findymail Chrome extension installed for this to work. So if you haven't already created your account, then go and create your Findymail account and install the Chrome extension. Then once you have the little Findymail Chrome extension installed, let's say I want to, so my niche is cold email people. So let's say I want to find posts that are relevant to the cold email niche. I like to try and search by comment because a lot of time people would do lead magnet where they say comment XYZ to receive my free guide or whatever. So you know that if people are commenting to get a free resource like this, then they are probably interested into that specific topic. Therefore, it is very interesting for us to collect leads. So here am I doing it for cold email comments. So let's take an example post. So this post could be a good one, lots of comments, but let's do a shorter one for this example. So this one, for example, is a full step-by-step guide for your next cold email campaign. If you want it, come follow me, send me a connection request, come on cold email. So we know that if people commented cold email on this specific post, then they are probably interested in a step-by-step guide for the next cold email campaign. So they'll probably do some sort of cold email or looking to do it. So for me, this would be a good post to scrap. Obviously, this is 1 month old. You may want to pick a more recent post, but let's take that one as an example. So then what you have to do is simply click on the 3 dots here, copy link to the post, and then you visit that specific post. So what you want to have is a slash posts in the URL. Here we're not there yet, we're still in the feed update. So copy link to posts, there we are, slash posts, we are on the right page. So now you can see those 2 buttons up here. Export likers to CSV, export commenters to CSV. All we have to do right now is just click on to that exporting commenters to CSV, we'll export, and it will automatically export all the people that have commented this specific post and try to enrich them with their B2B email. So let's give it a few more seconds. So now I have this CSV result exported. So I have all of the LinkedIn URLs if I want to do a LinkedIn campaign to them, and I have the B2B emails of some of them if I want to reach out through email as well. And I can have all the other data points like job titles as usual. So if I want to filter by my ICP, let's say I only want to reach out to product people, then I can filter by job title. So I only keep really people that are relevant to me. So I have all the other data points, and that's pretty much it. Now you have a list of people that you know are interested into cold emails and obviously pick a post for your specific niche, you know that when you're reaching out to them, they'll probably welcome your message because you will be much more relevant. Now, how do you reach out to those people? So let's say I want to send a message here to those people that have interacted with that post. The most obvious one is to do some kind of script like this where you go, hey, first name, so you commented on X's post, and then rest of your pitch, rest of your usual copy. So usually you will ask a question or related to your offer or something like this. But honestly, this probably isn't the best way to do it because it doesn't feel that natural. Like if you saw a very good comment, that could be a script, but here if it was just a comment where they just commented like cold email to receive a free guide, it's unlikely like you generally notice that specific comment because it's not an insightful comment that will trigger you. So in that case, I wouldn't recommend using that kind of script. Instead, you don't have to necessarily mention that they have commented a specific post. We used that as a tool and a proxy to guess that they have an interest and intent into a specific subject, but we don't have to mention it. We can mention it in a way that is more subtle, something like, hey, so your interest in cold emails, blah, blah, blah. And here it doesn't feel as weird as saying, hey, so you liked a specific post of that person. Like, this is a bit creepy for some people that you like are spying them and spying their activity online. Whereas here, there could be many things that could have led you to believe they have an interest in cold emails. Maybe they will ask what led you to believe that, but more likely it will be relevant, it will be indeed the case, so they will just assume that you guessed it correctly, found it somewhere, and if the rest of your pitch is relevant, then it will work very well. So your interest in XYZ could be a very good way to use that intent data point in your script. But you don't necessarily have to really mention it. You could as well just use your usual script and not mention that they have an interest in XYZ or that they have interacted with a specific post. By collecting those leads that way, already know that they have that interest. So if the rest of your script is relevant, then you don't need to do anything extra. The list building will do the work for you and not the copy, because you will know that your lead list will be much more relevant to your offer, and so you can now send them just your offer and it will work because they are genuinely interested in what you have to offer. And that is due to the way you build your lead list. It does not depend on what you're saying to them exactly. So as you can see, this is a way to some kind of lukewarm outreach, let's call it that way, instead of cold outreach, in a much more faster and easy to do than if you had to do it all manually. I want to give a little warning, however, in terms of scaling, because this kind of automation is using profile visits to collect the data out of the LinkedIn profiles, and therefore I recommend to do it to up to a few hundreds profiles per day. You don't want to do it all day with thousands of posts, because that will quickly get your LinkedIn account flagged and limited. So just be reasonable with that method, use it to save time and do a few posts per day, but don't go crazy with it. So that's the best way to book more sales calls for your business, leveraging LinkedIn and Findymail. Of course, you could also apply the tactic manually by visiting the profiles one by one and finding the emails manually, but that will take you the whole afternoon, and now you know there is a more efficient way to do it automatically with Findymail. So if you want to try Findymail for free so that you can start booking more sales calls with using this method, click the first link in the description to create your free account and start with 10 free credits. And if you want a full guide of every single feature that is in Findymail before you sign up to a paid plan, then click on the video on screen right now to see a full guide and how to maximize Findymail potential. And I will see you in this video.